Eric, if you want, you can go ahead and share that out.
Okay,
That's fine, yeah.
Go ahead and do that, okay.
Yeah. Hey, Ryan, how are you?
Not too bad.
Good. We'll give everyone a couple minutes. We send it out to the new group of partners.
Alex, we're still working on finishing up getting the website published, and then once I get that done, I'll be able to get back in touch with Daly.
Yeah. Sounds good. Eric, are you able to maximize that or put it on presenter mode or whatever it takes to get it bigger?
How's that look?
Yeah, that's better.
Okay.
Gonna give everyone another quick minute. This went out to about 50 partners, so figure we might get 5 or 10 on today. Looks like we got Bruce is on. Hey, Bruce. Hey, Gary. Hey, George. Kevin. Welcome, guys. So what we're going to do, I'll kind of get this going and talk a little bit as people are joining in. So I'm going to mute everyone, but if you need to come back off of mute, feel free to do that if you have questions or whatever. So starting basically today, every week we're going to pick a different topic and kind of have just a real brief 30-minute WebEx. We're going to record these as well so you can listen to them afterwards. But really just to stay connected with you guys as far as what we have, product offerings, things that are new, and really give you more of the technical side of it. So to get started today, I wanted to kind of cover, a little bit more of what we do, just so you kind of understand that. So aside from the core pieces in the channel, which would be, of course, the virtual servers, we wrote our own software for that piece. The backup agent, which does a lot of other things as well, which we'll cover more, I think, next week. And then the firewall piece, we have that as well. So really essentially giving you that full, almost a one-stop shop for a lot of this. And then above and beyond that, we are a large enterprise MSP, the other side of our business. So we have some opportunity to help you guys also with other things that you might not expect, from NetApp hardware to Cisco to servers, desktops, laptops, anything kind of along those lines, VMware, Veeam. So really any opportunities you guys run into. We even do some unique things like putting in internet at a big complex for our partners so they can kind of divide that out among lots of tenants. So we've got a lot of creative ways to do things. So currently, the big goal for this year, I think, is moving servers, is getting folks to think about taking the physical servers and moving them to the cloud, into your environment in our cloud. So a couple ways we're trying to help you with that is to give you, first of all, like a trade-in value, so we can buy the old servers. That helps them feel like they're getting something out of that and not just leaving it in the closet. So that's a big piece. And then the second piece that I think is even bigger than that is that, let's say they have 12 months left of capital depreciation on those servers. They're not going to want to change to a cloud server today. So what we're doing is going to give you guys credit for that. So whatever they have left, just get with me on that, and we can work out a way to give you credit in our cloud. So that would give them the ability to make that decision now instead of waiting for the depreciation to be complete in 12 months or 16 months, anything like that. So that's about all I wanted to throw at you. We'll jump in now. So Eric Dingman is our cloud engineer. So he is on our team, and he's going to be the one that would help us with migrations or talking about customer environments, before you quote it out, and kind of is our resource for that. So Eric's going to talk a little bit about our firewall offering. So go ahead, Eric.
All right, thanks, Alex. So I did want to just introduce myself quickly again. My name is Eric Dingman. Come on board here to IP Pathways to really just be a resource for you, and help you in your initiatives and things that you're looking to do, and help you bring clients and things and servers over to our cloud server services and things like that. I've been in IT for about 20 years, doing various things. The last 10 years, I've worked for an MSP locally here, and in the last 5 years of that, serving in the VCIO capacity. So working, directly with clients and their solutions. So looking forward to working, directly with you on your MSP side, and again, anything that I can help you with. So trying to reach out to everybody here, and so looking forward to doing these on a weekly basis and getting to know everyone. So again, I'm here for a resource. So you'll have my contact information for anything that you could possibly need. And today we're going to look at our Firewall as a service. And our Firewall as a service, it's basically, we can do a couple things. It's completely hosted. It's managed by us. There's a couple of offerings that we do there. We could do fully hosted, cloud-based, and then it's managed by us on the back end and everything like that. And then we also have an on-premise device that we could place out there. Again, fully managed, no cost to you. But if that's the case that they would like to have, a piece of hardware on site, we could do that as well. And that's essentially a little white label box that we put our firewall software on, and then send it to your location. And in the case of, one thing that we're big on is HA. We can get a couple of those devices out there, or something that maybe you want to have on hand, or something like that. Something we can work with you on as well, for an on-site device. It's next business day to replace that as well. However, in the cloud hosting, it's great. There's no equipment on site, and things like that, and it's all managed by us on the back end. The cloud Firewall as a service, it is a full functioning next generation firewall. We generally say that it's very similar to Cisco Meraki in functionality. So anything that you would expect in a next generation firewall, you're going to have with our software, with our firewall. Things like intrusion detection, prevention, that's all built in. Other things that we have built into this is, reporting, monitoring. You have full reporting and monitoring. And I will show you the portal here, which you will see and be able to view on your end, for your clients, or you could give that view access to your clients if they so desire. But you can do full reporting and monitoring. You can do a live look-in. Say if you want to look at the traffic, you can completely look in live. One of the things that I'm going to show you today is a live client that they've been gracious enough to show us, or give us the ability to do, so that we can actually look at a live environment with real data. So we do have that capability again to look at live traffic, as well as you can export that reporting. So if you needed to have reports and things that you're sharing with, maybe you're doing a review or something like that, you can definitely look through that. Or if you have an issue, you can export that directly as well. We have full logging for SOC and maybe other things that you may need that for. So we fully audit and log everything that comes through the firewall traffic-wise. And that log, it does set for 3 years. So we keep 3 years of that log, for you as well. It is a view only configuration, for you. So we do all of the management, and that's really key and great. So you're not having to spend your time, managing this firewall, troubleshooting, doing those things. We're doing those things for you on the back end. And we work with you to configure it, get things that you, the original configurations and things like that. We'll do them, but we work with you to get that information. If you need changes on the fly, it's not a problem. You call our support, and they'll get those changes done for you rapidly there. So,
hey, Eric, could I
yeah.
interject for a second? So
Yes.
I saw a question. Zen had a question on, is there any latency issues with the cloud firewall? And I kind of wanted to address that. So we were able to actually tour the data center a couple weeks ago, and it was really pretty impressive. There's probably there's a huge backup generator. There's also enough batteries in there to probably power about 10 Tesla cars, or maybe even more. It was crazy. But so our data center is basically almost the biggest one in Iowa. So we've got Amazon has a huge fulfillment center and a huge data center here. Facebook does, Microsoft does, and I think Microsoft is the only one that's actually has more horsepower than ours. So the latencies you're going to find with that cloud is really great. But if you have more questions on that, we can also come back to questions later in the session. So thanks, Eric.
Yeah, thanks, Alex. And we are also the internet gateway of the Midwest here. So our data center is also the kind of the crossway for the internet for the Midwest. We were lucky enough to have purchased that data center here, which also included some abilities there, and with the traffic coming through. So that gives us some capabilities that not everybody has. So that's also really important as far as some latency traffic wise. So that's great. Thanks for that question. So again, configuration, troubleshooting, things like that. You do have full diagnostics that you can do, packet captures. One thing that's really unique here is you can actually, with a checkbox, put it into promiscuous mode. So that you can actually do some some back end tools and things like that you might use for packet tracing and things like that. So that's actually a really nice feature within that software. You can do full pings. We can do port probes within the software, which is great. So some tools there that you can actually check to see if a host is live. By going directly at a port. So if you want to see if a port's open or something like that, you can do that directly from this portal. So some really nice troubleshooting features that you have kind of at your fingertips. So even though we're doing the management and all of that on the back end, you still have a level of capabilities in this to be able to troubleshoot things on the fly, because your customers are calling you, more often than not, and so you have the capability to come in here and do some things very quickly. And then if you do need, further assistance, then, you would then contact us for support there. We do have also as well for troubleshooting. We'll discuss this here in a little bit, but we have full VPN capabilities, and with that, you have the ability to go in, see the connections on the VPNs. So and as well as the site to site, you have the capability to reset them directly from the portal. So if a client calls you, they've got an issue, something's not working for whatever reason, you have the ability to go in there and actually reset those VPN tunnels and or connections that your clients may have. So speaking of that, we do have full IPsec VPN capabilities, something that we do very, very commonly and often. IPsec, we also have full VPN client functionality. Generally, we recommend like an open VPN, but we can work with pretty much any standard VPN client that your users may bring. So we have that capability as well. So as far as support goes, partner support, client support, we're 24/7 monitoring things like that. So you can contact us. We always have somebody available for supporting you, on the firewall, as well as your clients also have the ability to contact us. And that would be something that you would want to maybe work with them and determine the best support that they're looking for. But we do have that capability. They can call us directly, and I'll show you where you can see some contact information as well when we look at the portal. Again, some of the reasons maybe to go with something like this, a hosted, firewall as a service. You're reducing some of your costs. This is, to me, more of an all-in solution. And that's a way to reduce some of your costs. So you're not spending the money just for maybe the appliance, but then you're also spending money on the licenses. You're spending money on the maintenance, the yearly annual maintenance on that device. So this is really an all-in cost. For one service. And so that, to me, that's a great benefit. There's no hardware to buy. Again, we'll send out if it's a case of they need to have a firewall on site. Not a problem. It's all managed by us. We send that hardware out. It's just a rental fee that you're paying for that hardware. So no investment there as far as hardware goes. And again, if something does break, we will replace that next business day. So you'll have a new one, next day there. And or we may recommend having for HA having another appliance on site, and that's something that we can work with you as well. So that you just have, so rather than waiting for the next day, you've got a case, they need to be up, lickety split, they got to be up right now. You already have in hand a piece of equipment to go ahead and just put into place there. So definitely something that we can do. And again, so some of the things here, your reduced time investment. So you're no longer having to, spend your time troubleshooting, monitoring, doing those things. Excuse me. Excuse me. With your, you're spending your time, with your clients, maybe acquiring new clients. You're not spending your time, managing and supporting this stuff. And as well as, training your staff and things like that, and as far as you're reducing the technical costs, you're not spending your money, your time for that expensive help, the technical resources that you're having to invest in. So that's definitely a part of this all in, as I look at it again. And as well, you're consolidating vendors, so with us, and doing the firewall as a service, we can host your servers in the cloud. We can do that backup and, restoration. We can do HA, in our cloud services. So all of that, you can really consolidate your vendors in that way, versus having to, you're acquiring hardware from this person, you're using this backup service, you're buying these servers, all these different vendors, you're reducing that, and that can definitely be a help from that standpoint. So let me actually.
Yeah, one question we get to
Yeah.
while you're sharing your other screen, Eric. One question we get is, if I have a firewall change, like how long does that take? And you can call it in, you can email it in, and then like last month, I think average response time was like 17 minutes. So it's not going to take a whole long time. We have almost 40 guys that work in engineering. So it's a pretty good sized team, and I think they'll get it done pretty quick, pretty efficiently. And you can focus more on maybe selling or doing some other things like that if you decided to implement this across the customer base.
Yeah, thank you. So this is the portal in which you'll see that you have direct access to, and the the environment here is pretty straightforward, and I don't want to spend a whole lot of time going in this. This would be something that I think would be beneficial maybe on, one-on-one basis, and we'll go through, each piece individually. But I did want to show just kind of a few things within here. So this is really, as I look at it, there's a couple places you can kind of do a live look in, and see things that are going on in the environment. This is kind of an overview. You can see the traffic, and get really detailed in here, especially if you're doing some troubleshooting and things like that, and reporting. Let's see if we can. I don't want to go too crazy with this. I think it takes a second it's pulling in the data and bringing that in. There we go. So we're seeing this is live data. This is live information that we're actually seeing come through. So you have the ability to see this information and really break it down, and dive into it if you needed to. Again, a quick overview of the traffic there. If they're having issues, their downloads are slow, internet's slow, something like that. You have the ability to go in and definitely look at their traffic and see what's going on there. The interfaces, again, this is just read-only stuff, but you can come in here and see the configurations. If you're looking to do a VPN connectivity or something like that, or working with them, you can see, your WAN information, things like that. The diagnostics, again, that's great. There's a couple of things here, for doing packet captures. So if you're using some packet capturing software on the back end, you have that ability, and you could set it directly into promiscuous mode to be able to do that. Very handy tool. And then you can also break it down and be very specific as to what you're looking for, port, and things like that. You can ping devices and port probe. Again, pretty handy tools to be able to do that troubleshooting pretty quickly and break those down. And then the firewall piece here, this is really just the logs. So again, these are 3 years of information that we back up, that we maintain, and again, you can get pretty granular in here as well. So depending on what you're looking for, you can really get down here in the depths here, depending on what you're looking for. So if you're looking for some sort of case where there's an issue or something like that, you can get very granular in there. And then there's just an overview. I kind of like this. Again, in my previous life, I had to do a lot of reports and reporting and sharing information with clients. And this is really great to be able to kind of analyze this and show them, graphically, potentially, some of how things are broken down. So I kind of like that myself. And then go ahead.
One thing that's probably worth noting is that this portal is the same whether it's a cloud firewall or an on-site device. So that's kind of nice, is that it's not any different from your point of view of looking at things.
Yeah, thank you. And then here's your VPN tunnels, so you can come in here and see your IPsec tunnels and things like that. And this is where you have that capability to go ahead and stop them and start them if you have some sort of issue that may come up there. And then the same thing with your VPN clients. You can see who's connected and who's not. And you can kill those sessions, or restart them if you needed to. Then from here, the help is what I wanted to also share. So again, we're staffed 24/7, 365, for you. So that's really our biggest thing is the support. You can partner with anyone, right? But it's really all about the support. And we're tops in that, so that's really what it's about. So we want you to call us if there's issues and things like that. And again, as you're white labeling or however you're doing your services, these are some resources that your clients can utilize. You can utilize on that support side. So you're not on an island, out there. You have a full staff of engineers and things like that are waiting to help. And then on the flip side as well, you know, on the pre-sale side, I'm here as your resource. So I'll send you my contact information if you don't already have it. And I'm looking forward to working with you and connecting.
Yeah, so that's a really good point. We've got 5 minutes left of this 30 minutes, so we can open it up for questions or anything you guys want to visit. You can stay on longer if you have questions that keep going, or we can also set up a one-on-one with you guys to go in, you know, a little further on that. Yeah, so our question from Frank, so support is all stateside. So yeah, everyone's either in Des Moines or Omaha that works on our engineering team.
Yeah, good question. Thanks, Frank.
And you guys are all on mute, so if you do have a question, just come off of mute and throw it out there. So yeah, Camille, pricing. So an on-site firewall for almost every size client is about $100, and the cloud firewall is half of that, so $50. So that's fully managed. So that's you not having any staff resources involved and us taking it all the way. So that's kind of what it is. It should be in your cloud worksheet document, I think, but if it's not, I can send it. Any number of limits on VPN. I don't believe there's a limit. Eric, do you know if there's a cap on how many VPN clients?
No, I do not believe so, no.
So yeah, I'll send pricing out again, but typically we do the on-site firewalls, we do a 3-year commit on that to get the prices down to that $100 each. So we can do it without a commit, but it'd probably be a little more expensive for them each month. But I'll send that out again. I'll send pricing to everyone on this call of firewall pricing. IPsec is included in the cost, right, Eric?
Yes.
Okay. If a client has multiple locations and can we do reduced pricing, we're open to anything. We want to help you guys, so bring it to me. We'll see what we can do. If you have somebody that needs 4 firewalls, we'll do what we can to make that affordable for everyone. So we'll do these every Tuesday at the same time. It'll be a different topic, and we're gonna kind of keep this going and try to grow your business this year with anything backups. We can help you with that. If you have a bunch of backups you're already doing and you guys want us to look at that, just send me how many backups you're doing, if it's servers, how much space, and I'll kick you back kind of about what it would cost through ours. I'll send firewall pricing out. I'll also help you guys quote any situations. And if it's a more complicated environment, Eric and I can both get on with you and kind of do a pre-sales call, and that doesn't cost you guys anything. So it's part of your partnership with us. Well, feel free to jump off now if you guys don't have any questions. We'll stay on for a few more minutes. Retail pricing, I mean, you could probably do on an on-site one, maybe $150 a month, maybe $140 for a cloud, probably $75. So you'd be able to do a little markup on each of those. Well, good. Well, thank you, everyone. Appreciate you guys taking the time. We'll send this out, the video and the pricing. And if you have any other questions, you know where to find us.
Thanks, everyone. Appreciate it.
Hey, Nick, did you just get on? Hold on, you're on mute. Can't hear you yet, Nick.
Yeah,
There you are.
I was muted. Yeah, I just
There it is.
I got delayed, so I'll just watch the video. Yeah, sorry about that.
Yeah, no big deal. We just kind of covered a couple benefits of the firewall and that, but I'll send the link out when we get it back. But have I already introduced you to Eric, our cloud engineer?
The name sounds really familiar, and you look familiar too. I think we did talk. Yeah, one of the other times. Yeah.
Great. So yeah, Nick, you guys are Michigan,
Yep.
if I remember right, up in Kalamazoo area. And
Yeah, that's right.
good. Yeah, I know we're gonna hopefully have a lot of servers to move for you this year. I'm hopeful.
Yeah, we're learning. We're gonna definitely take a run at it. Yep.
Yeah. Did we talk the other day when I had you and Joe on about trade-in value of servers and then capital depreciation credit?
I think we briefly touched on that. I don't think we got into any details, but yeah.
Okay. Yeah, case by case, if you have a certain customer in mind and you want to just give me a shout, we can figure out,
Okay.
what do they still have left that they're, using as depreciation credit each month, and can we give them enough credit to make it worth their while to do a switch? Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, appreciate it. Yeah. Sorry again, I was a little late, but I'll definitely watch it. Yeah.
Yeah. No, we try to keep them to about 30 minutes so people actually want to watch them and they don't drag on too long.
Yeah.
All right. Well, hey, have a wonderful day. Glad we got to see you for a minute.
Yep. Good to see you guys too.
Awesome.
Yeah. Happy New Year.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Bye.